Hey tribe, welcome back to Poppet Reads Tarot. This is a collective, timeless tarot reading, a powerful check-in with spirit, especially if you've been feeling a pull towards something bigger. Your creativity and magnetic energy are aligning you with abundance right now, but there may still be one core block holding you back. So in this reading, we're breaking it all down. What's the main energy or belief slowing your progress? Where did this block originate from, and how does it show up in your habits or your mindset? What soul lesson is trying to reach you? And most importantly, how do you overcome it to fully align with your divine purpose and desires? This is a deep, transformative message from Spirit that may be exactly what you need to hear to shift your path forward. If this resonates, be sure to like, share and subscribe so you never miss another intuitive tarot reading. Take a deep breath, trust your intuition, and let's get into your reading. So let's get into your career blocks, okay? How you can get a breakthrough in your career blocks. This is a timeless message, don't forget. So whenever you find this reading, it is when it is meant for you. Ooh, interesting. Page of Cups. Okay, so what is the core block for the collective at the moment in regards to their career? The core block. Ooh. I'm not going to take these two because they're kind of flipped over in my hand, but I'm getting the same message. You're afraid to change. There's something here, collective. I could be talking to a Taurus placement, but I don't have to be. Could be talking to a masculine energy, but I don't have to be. The core energy here is that somebody is kind of stuck in what they are used to. It could be a schedule, it could be a routine, it could just be something that they have worked really hard towards with the Hierophants. It's an energy of stubbornness, it's an energy of being either unwilling or not knowing how to change or how to move out of a routine, a pattern, something that you've been doing for a really long time, something that is well established. And what is the root cause here, Spirit, for this block? Where did it originate from? Where did this block originate from for the collective? Nine of Cups, interesting. So it really originated from the fact that you became really comfortable and really possibly abundant, but definitely happy in the situation that you're in. I could be talking to somebody who's worked really hard to get where they are. With the Hierophant, this could be somebody who has earned a degree and is using their degree in their current job or career or whatever it is that they are doing at the moment. But you've earned it, okay? With the Hierophant and the Nine of Cups, you've earned it, and you've earned that place, and you become really comfortable. You've become really satisfied. You've become really content. For some of you, you've become complacent as well, okay? So yeah, this is definitely an energy of somebody who has earned this, okay, who has worked really hard to get to this position. So the root cause isn't like something that you would traditionally think is a block. You know, it's not necessarily something negative. It's the block is because this is ultimately something that has made you happy to pursue it, to work in it, okay? And how does it show up in the collective's day-to-day life? How does this show up? How does this block manifest in their daily actions, habits or mindsets? Oh. Okay, so it kind of flipped over, so I'm going to take things again. I'm getting a rigidity. I could definitely be talking to a masculine energy, but it shows up in how you think about things. You attach a lot of logic to what you pursue and the reasons why you're pursuing it. For example, I'll use that degree thing again. You know, if you're somebody who has worked really hard on a degree, you've used it to invest in your career substantially, logically you're thinking this is the right process, the right way I need to go about things. The King of Swords is somebody who is logical and who is strategic, okay? So they are always thinking about the process behind things, the meaning behind what they've done before, where that's taking them. The King of Swords is also an energy of detachment, discipline as well. So this is somebody who ultimately, if this is showing up as a block for you, this is somebody who is probably held back by their discipline. You're detaching from any discomfort around trying to move or trying to change, or if you're feeling stagnant at the moment, you are definitely detaching from that. It's an energy of keep calm, carry on, just continue. That is really the energy that I'm getting throughout. Just continue, detach from the discomfort, think, stay in the logic, stay in the strategy. You're there to make money, to get money. It doesn't need to be any more than that, okay? So what is this teaching the collective? What is the soul lesson or inner inner growth opportunity behind this block? Oh, okay. So it's teaching the collective that actually there is something better. There is something better. For the collective that I'm speaking to, this block, it may not be a traditional block, which is what I said earlier. I feel like it's more a block of just being a bit comfortable where you are. Something that you've worked really hard for is bringing you enough money, enough for what you need now. It's logical and it's strategic, but Spirit is saying that there's more that can come from this situation. There's more that can be poured into this situation. There's more that realize she is naked. There's more that is there for you. The star card, Aquarius energy, and you've got two Aquarius placements here. So I could be talking to an Aquarius placement or a fixed sign with the Hierophant as well. But this is an energy of being aligned for something better, or just something more, something with a deeper purpose, something that you that can bring possibly healing or a new beginning, some kind of happiness. Okay, so this is the soul lesson that you can take from it. I feel like there is healing here, there is a realization of a higher purpose here, and I do feel like the growth opportunity here is for you to move past this energy of logic, this detachment, and move forward into the what I would describe the higher echelons of Aquarius, where you are more connected to your higher self, but also to the universe as well. Tell me, Spirit, about the external influences here. What are the external influences affecting the collective, the people, the environments, or the circumstances that may be reinforcing these habits? What are the external influences here? The Tower card. Okay, so there may have been a lot of things changing outside of your control, a lot of upheaval, a lot of change, a lot of shifting in your foundations. It made you feel a little bit unsteady. It may have come out of the blue, and it's very much cause you to fall back on what it is that you can rely on, okay, which is this thing here, this thing that has stood the test of time, whatever it is that you've invested your time in, whether it's education, just a long-standing career, or anything that you've just been doing for a long time, that routine, that schedule. It's caused you to fall back on what you can rely on, what you know is going to bring some kind of stability or some kind of happiness, some kind of contentment, okay. It's logical to do so, okay, with the King of Swords. Don't forget, it's logical to do so. So I do feel like I'm talking to a collective here that has been going through some external upheaval, and we'll see if we can get some clarification shortly for that. And what does the collective need to release here? Is it a mindset? Is it a fear? Or is it an attachment? What do they need to release here that is no longer serving their career path? What does the collective need to release here that is no longer serving their career path? The Five of Swords, yeah, this stubbornness, this absolute stubbornness, collective, which is what I'm really getting here with the Hierophant and the King of Swords. It could be that you need to stop arguing with others. Maybe you need to stop holding on to things here so tightly, holding on to the victory or something. Trying to be the one that's always right. It could be that. But for some of you, this is a stubbornness in regards to how you approach your career. That stubbornness and staying where you are, despite the fact that it's, you know, it's not the final journey, you know, it's not where you need to be. It's not your highest timeline. It's not your highest vibration. It's not your calling. It's not that star card energy. We'll clarify that as well. Why is the Five of Swords here? Clarify that one now for the collective. Why is the Five of Swords here? The Four of Cups. So you're really attached here to a complacency, and that was the energy that I was getting up here. The Four of Cups is an energy of apathy, boredom here, but with the Five of Swords, it's like you're holding on with a very strong grip onto attachments, that things that you've been doing for a long time, or things that you're highly experienced in, you've got a lot of knowledge in, something that you've invested your time in, and that ultimately is led you to complacency here, boredom, apathy. You could be bored where you are. Five of Swords here, you could be somebody, I just Spirit just showed me with the Five of Swords, this could be somebody who is having very petty arguments with the people that they work with. It could even be the people that they're close with as well, family members possibly. But it's almost an energy of fighting battles that are insignificant, is what Spirit was showing me. fighting to have the last word. That is what the Five of Swords is. It's an empty and hollow victory. And ultimately, at the end of it, what you're left with is no friends and a bunch of harsh words that have been exchanged. So I could be talking to somebody that is really fighting empty battles here, that is really not fruitful or healing or nurturing to their current career path or situation, and definitely unhappy where they are in some regard. It might not be like a grave unhappiness. I do feel like this career path or route that you're on, it is paying off in some regard, or at least it used to be. Definitely, it's definitely serving a purpose here, paying the bills maybe, or maybe it fulfills certain parts of what you need to, how you need to be fulfilled. But ultimately, with the Four of Cups here, it leaves Five Cups. There is that energy of feeling like what you once loved, you no longer love. What you once were passionate about, you no longer like. Okay, you're not happy, or you're dissatisfied, you're bored with your lot at the moment. But there's a stubbornness here, like you can't let go of that. So what you need to release ultimately is that stubbornness. So however that stubbornness manifests for you, collective, whether it is arguments with others, hollow victories, fighting with yourself, convincing yourself you need to stay in a job or follow a career path even though you're not happy, however it shows up for you, that is what you need to let go of in order to move forward on your career path, to ultimately release this kind of this block. I do feel like for a lot of you guys in the collective that are resonating with this, it's more of a mindset that is it could be an environment for some of you, but definitely a mindset. I'm getting, especially with the King of Swords being here, all about the mind, the logic, that rigid fixed energy. Okay, and the King of Swords is a very intelligent energy, so any deductions they would have come to will have been very well thought through, but it does minimize and reject the heart of the situation. Okay, the connection to your purpose, or to spirit, the connection to the meaning of things. Okay, tell us, spirit, for the collective, how do they overcome this block? How do they overcome this block? Can we get an aligned practical action or a mindset shift to move forward? I think I've really told you, but let's see what Spirit says. How does the collective overcome this block for their career? How does the collective overcome this block? Ooh, Justice card, do the right thing. This could be law for some of you. You've got the King of Swords, the Justice card, and the Hierophant. This is giving legal establishment based. I could be talking to a solicitor, a lawyer, somebody who works in a government institution, somebody that who may be involved in judgments in some regard. I could be talking to or resonating with someone in regards to that. Definitely could be an air sign. We've got Libra, we've got Aquarius twice here, and it could be a Taurus. Take that as it resonates, any placement. But yeah, Spirit is saying an aligned practical action or mindset shift that you need to do to move forward is to be truthful, be honest with yourself, but also with others. So if you are arguing with other people and you feel like you need to stay in a situation here that you're bored with, or you're unhappy with, or it's doing the bare minimum, be honest with those people, be honest with yourself. The Justice card is the card of balance as well, Libra energy. So you may need to be more balanced in your approach to this. Your mindset may need to be more balanced. You may be leaning more towards the King of Swords energy, which I've mentioned earlier is an energy that is quite rigid and fixed and only focuses more on the logic and the strategy of a situation, but always focused on the tangible and not necessarily the meaning and the feeling behind something. So to become more aligned and practical, you need to be more balanced. You need to be more honest with yourself and others. You need to understand that you get out of something what you put in. So if you are wanting to move away from something or towards something, or you're wanting to change something, step out of some kind of rigidity or fixed mindset to pursue something that's been on your heart, or that you feel that you've been guided or pulled to do, something that you've been aligned to do, Spirit is saying the energy is here for you to act on that now with the Justice card. The Justice card is karma. You get out something what you put into something, collective. And what is the overall advice here for the collective if they do take that action here that Spirit is advising? What is the overall outcome? The Knight of Pentacles, you will need to put some hard work into something. For some of you, you may have to retrain, or this could be some people who have been training for a while already or learning something for a while already. The outcome is that it will pay off. It will be something that is very stable, something that brings in stability, something that brings in long-term stability and success, something that you can rely on here. Tell me more about the overall outcome if the collective take this advice. Judgment card. So again, we've got some naked people. So the overall outcome here is the Knight of Pentacles with the Judgment card. So the Judgment card is an awakening. It's also a rebirth, a transformation. There will be a transformation on a spiritual level as long as you put your heart into something here. There will be some kind of awakening or a renewal in a situation once you take the time to invest and work on something that possibly you've been working on already, or something that gives long-term stability here. Spirit is saying you get out of something what you put into it, and it is long-term stability. Something that is possibly with the Star card and the Judgment card, a soul mission. Okay, with the Tower card, can we confirm what or get some clarification on what that Tower card was for the collective? That was for the environmental energy, I believe. What was the Tower card here for? Yeah, wow. So there was something here that caused a lot of instability. It was a major change. You possibly didn't even see it coming. Definitely a shock. That's the Five of Cups there, that unhappiness. The Three of Swords is disappointment, it's heartbreak. The upheaval could be attached to this career, because this is the Five of Cups that I was kind of sensing here with the Nine of Cups and the Four of Cups. There's something here. I'm here as well. I'm getting now with the Five of Swords. This could have also been within the workplace for some of you, where you could have been experiencing competition, rivalry, redundancies, just a lot of change that was challenging you, and that could have been what the Tower card was for you or is for you. But now there's an energy here with the Four of Cups that whatever this upheaval has done, it's completely changed things. Okay, it's completely changed the landscape and the environment and the energy that you're working with. This Nine of Cups, I feel, is not the Nine of Cups anymore. I feel like you do need to impart a new strategy here, a new strategy using that King of Swords energy, but also stepping into this soul purpose, this soul connection with the universe here, that Star card and that Judgment card energy, and use that King of Swords energy to come up with a plan in order to gain some kind of steady and stable long-term success here. Okay, collective. So I'm going to leave that there. That is your reading for what your career blocks are currently, and also how you can overcome them. Like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.